Hi everyone, welcome to Wednesday's maths lesson. To start, let's go and see who our Maths Shed champions are this week. A big well done to everybody who's been logging on to Maths Sheds. Our top three for each class are Isla, Lola Star and Tamara for 3C, Summer, Flo and Abby in 3B. For 3H we've got Oscar DA, Oscar DO and Hera, and in 3P Grace, Sophia and Alexis. Well done to everyone. Dojo points are coming your way. This is our true or false checkpoint. When adding money, the best method is to start with the largest amounts. Pause and discuss. It's true. The most efficient way to count money is to begin with the largest amount. Often, when you're counting money out in the shops, you need to be using your mental math skills, so starting with the biggest number is the easiest way to count on. Right, we're going to start with a my turn first of all. Today we're going to add money. So I wanted to introduce you to our part-whole model. We have seen these before, but I'll just remind you of how they're set out. So at the top here, it's not always at the top, but you can see this has been my whole. So I've done it in blue to help you today. This is where our two parts join together to make our whole amount. And I can see with my part-whole model, I've put it into two parts. Part 1 in red and part 2 in brown. So today we're going to find the total of these two parts and add them together to get our whole. So Leon has been to the fair and he has first of all gone and bought himself a hot dog, and then second of all he's gone and bought himself some candy floss. So we need to be working out the total amount that Leon has spent. So I'm going to start here with part 1 first of all, and I'm going to find the greatest coin, which is my pound, and I'm going to mentally have a go at adding it together. So I've got £1, 20 and 5, which is £1 and 25p. I can write this in two different ways thinking about yesterday's lesson. I can write this in £1 and 25p. I'm sure some of you might write it as a decimal if you did your Chilli Threes work yesterday. Or I could write this as 125 pence. I'm going to write it as both ways and then I can pick which one I find easier later on. I'm then going to have a look at part 2. So I'm going to get my brown and I'll have a look at this bubble. I'm finding the greatest coin because remember from our starter, we always start with the greatest value to help us with our mental maths. I've got £2, £2, a 10p and a 2p. Well, I know 10 and 2 is 12, £2 and 12 pence. So I'm going to write it here, £2 and 12 pence, which would be 212 pence here. Okay, now I actually think today's method, I think it's going to be easy to be working in pounds and pence rather than just pence today, but you might find something that works for you. So when we add our amounts together, we're going to think about how much we've got in total. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my pounds first of all. Now I know usually when we do our additions or subtractions, we always start on the right hand side with our ones column. We're going to go for our pounds because we're looking at doing it mentally. So in my pounds altogether, I can see that I've got £3. So I'm going to write it in blue to show my whole today. I've got £3. Now let's have a look at how many pence I've got. So we knew this was 25p, 25, and then I've got my 12 pence to add here. 25 add 12. If I'm not sure, I can use my coins to help me. 20 add 10 is 30, add 5 is 35, add on 2 more would be 36, 37. So I can see here I've got £3 and 37 pence. Using my two parts, I've put them together to find my whole. Now it's our turn. Have a go at completing the part-whole model. Pause the video. How did you get on? Let's check it together. So what did you start with first? Brilliant, you started to have a look at your two parts and how many pounds were in each one. So let's put our pound sign up here and we can see that there were £3 in here and £1 here. Our pounds together make £4, that's right. It's £4 and let's have a look at how many pence you had. 10 pence in this part and 38 pence in this part. Can we do that mentally? That's right, it's 48 pence. So we can write that in here. So our whole together, when we added these two parts together, our total was £4 and 48 pence. Give yourself a tick if you've got it. Some of our questions today may be set out as a bar model. Let's have a look at this together. Okay, so just like the last question, this is similar to a part-whole model. Here are my two parts, and this is my whole, and this is just set out as a bar model. Sometimes you might see this top part, our whole, as brackets, or you might see it as a solid bar showing the whole part. Okay, so we're going to have a go at this one together. This one's slightly harder. Let's see if we can work out why. So what do we start with first? That's right, we're going to start with our pounds. So we've got £4 and £2. So I'm going to make a jotting. I'm not going to put my answer just there. I'm going to just check it to make sure I'm happy with it first. So 4 add 2 is £6. Now we know that we need to add our pence together. Now this is the slightly tricky part. We've got 59 pence and 66 pence. So I'm going to just set it out as a jotting to help me with my additions today if I need to. So this is a method that we've done in school. So I'd do 50 and 9. I've partitioned 59 and I'd partition 60 and 6 to help me with my additions today. 9 add 6 is 15. I'd put my 5 here and my 10 underneath. 50 add 60 is 110. Add on my 10 is 120. So I'd put 20 there and then I'd need to make a new hundreds column. What difficulty do you see there? That's right. If our final answer is 125, you can't have £6 and 125 pence. That wouldn't work, would it? What known fact do we need to use from yesterday to help us? That's right, we know that 100 pence is the same as £1. So actually, if we're going to write this out, we know that this is £1.25. £1 and 25p. So that's why it's slightly harder this time. My pence add together and make a value which is greater than £1. So that's why I've had to work extra hard on this question. So if I've got my £6 and my £1, I know I've got £7 and we had our 25 pence. 25 pence there, okay? It's your turn. Listen carefully to your challenges. When you've completed your work, remember to come back to the video to get your work marked and checked. Chile 1, you have 2 part-whole models to complete and a challenge question 2. For Chile 2 today, when you're adding your amounts together, you're going to need to be careful because some of your pence may cross over to the next pound. Have a go. Chile 3, I'd like you to join me for the next part, where I'm going to model some of your questions today. Right, this time I'm going to model some Chile 3 questions that you might come across today. So the first one says, £1.99 add £2.46. Now we could partition it and do our additions because we know that our pence are going to add to an amount which is greater than £1. But I want to show you a little trick. Now when you go shopping, you'll notice lots of items could be for sale for £1.99 or £3.99 or £4.99. And shops do this because £1.99 sounds better than spending £2, even though it's only a penny cheaper. We always like to get a bit of a bargain, okay? So when I'm in the shops and I'm going to buy my items and I have to add some items that cost £1.99 and £2.46 together, I want to be able to do it mentally. So I'm going to show you a strategy today. So for Chile 3, this is something that you will need to think about in some of your questions. So I'm going to put here my pound sign, and instead of £1.99, I'm going to round it up to the next pound, which would be £2. So what I've done is I've added an extra penny. Where could I have got that extra penny from? That's right, I'm going to take it from here. So I'm going to take this penny, I'm going to put it over here. So I'm not going to have £2.46 anymore. What will I have? That's right, I'll have £2.45 because I'm going to move 1 pence over to round up to make it easier for my additions. So now I've got £2 and I've got £2.45 over here. Now when I add them, I can add those mentally together, and I know £2 of £2 is £4, add my 45p. So it equals £4.45. That was much easier than having to set out all of my jottings. It was something I could do mentally. If I can round the next pound and take from the other side, I will do. Let's have a go at this one. So we've got £3.99, add £4.83. Again, I've got that 99p, so I know I could round it to the next pound. So if I've got £3 there, what does it round to? £4. If I add 1 pence more, I'd get that 99p to 100 pence and round it to £4. So I'm going to put £4 here. And where did I get that extra pence from? That's right, I took it from over here. So I'm going to move 1p. So I'm going to add 1p over here and take it from here, which means I've not got £4.83 anymore. I would have how much? £4.82. So now when I want to do my additions, I can add those easily. £4 add £4 is £8. Add on my 82 pence is £8.82. That's some really tricky maths today, and it might take you quite a bit of a growth mindset and perseverance to achieve those today, but I wanted to show them to you to help you think about mental strategies when you're dealing with money.
Chili 3, these are your questions. Your last question about the muffins will be a challenge. See if you can work it out. It's our check time. Get a pen and mark your work ready for your self-assessment.